So good morning. Today's our topic is to be an erosion. So erosion, which is used for shrinking of element A by using element B. Okay. And similarly, we can able to define erosion for sets A and B. So which is can be defined as an A with the B, that is a set of with the B with the A. Okay. So I have shown two different equations. So what does that equation indicates அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, which indicates that the erosion of A by B is the set of all points Z such that B translated by Z which is contained in A. Okay, so the erosions which can be used to shrinks of things, objects in binary images. Okay, the next thing, how it can remove the image components. Okay, so this erosion is the morphological filtering operations in which the image details which is smaller than the structuring elements are filtered. This it will be removed. Okay, so this is the way to find out an erosion. The next thing, when you are seeing up over here, so we can, this is the example. So the first figure shows that it's a set A. So then the next thing will be showing about an square of structuring element. So next third one, the erosion of A by B, which has been shown shaded. Okay, so we'll have the A. So we'll have the set of square structuring element as a D by 4 or D by 4. So totally we'll have a D by 8. So apart from that, so we'll be equivalent to the value of an 3D by 4. Okay, so this is the A intersection of an B. So this is one of the example. And similarly, this is the length which is respect to D by 4 over on it. So set D, that is the figure which shows the elongated structure element. So before that, we have a square structuring element. This is the elongated structure element. Okay, so this is a way of representations of erosion of A using that element. Okay, so for example, the structuring element is a 3 cross 3 square. Note that in subsequent diagrams, what will happen now? Foreground pixels are represented by ones and background pixels by zeros. So the structuring element, what will happen, which is now superimposed over each foreground pixel in the image. So if all the pixels which below the structuring element which are foreground, then the input pixel enna pannuna, it will retain its value. But if any of the pixels the background pixel irunda, so what will happen now? Then the pixel will get the background pixel value. So இதுதான் வந்து உங்களோட structural element பாத்தீங்கன்னா, so அதோட superimpose பண்ணிருக்கோம் on the foreground pixel. So next வந்து பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, it will be retain its values over on it. So next thing we have to see about an dilation. So dilation is nothing but an which is used for expanding an element A by using the structuring element B. Okay, so in the dilation of A and B வந்து பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, which is defined by the following operations இருக்கும் உங்களுக்கு. So in the equations வந்து will be based on obtaining the reflection of B about its origin இருக்கும். At the same time, it will shift its this reflection by Z. Okay, so dilation of A by B பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, which is the set of all displacements Z such that A and B வந்து பார்த்தோம்னா will get overlap at least by one element. So all this thing all this is interpretation. So we can see that which is slated with the flipping and overlapping over on. So this is the example for dilation. So dilationல set A கொடுத்திருக்கேன் நானு, அதுக்கப்புறம் square element எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கணும். So dot is the center. Square structuring அப்படின்னா dot is the center and we'll have a dilation of A by B. அதே elongation of element இருக்கும். So இதான் வந்து elongation of the representation. Okay. So structuring element வந்து 3 cross 3 வச்சிருக்கோம். Subsequent diagram. So foreground pixels வந்து will be represented by ones, background pixels வந்து will be represented by zeros. So அப்ப compute பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா, so what we'll be doing of அப்படின்னா, we have to superimpose the structuring element on top of the input image so that origin of the structuring element வந்து என்ன ஆகும்னா, which will coincides with the input pixel position. Okay. Similarly, if the center pixel வந்து structuring element வந்து பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, which will coincides with the foreground pixel in the image underneath, then the input pixel வந்து set down to the foreground value. So this is the more interesting example which shows that, so we'll have a certain number of computer programs which will be written using 2 digits rather than 4 to define the applicable year. So company softwares வந்து பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, which is recognize the date using 00 rather than the year 2000. இப்போ அதே மாதிரி historically நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, certain computer programs வந்து will be written using only 2 digits. Okay, so this is the way how we'll be having over on it. So duality between dilation and erosions வந்து பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, we'll have a duals of each other with respect to the complementation and the reflections. Okay, so one of the simplest uses of erosions வந்து என்ன பண்றோம்னா, we'll have a eliminating of irrelevant details from a binary image. So remaining thing that we can see in the next class. Thank you all.